How to Pick Up Earth Girls, A Martian's 100 Best Lines. Title, Red Planet Romeo. In the shadow of Olympus Mons, beneath a sky tinged rust and crimson, Millard the Martian adjusts his hologram tie and checks his pheromone levels for the third time. He's been single for 312 Martian sols, roughly 320 Earth days. But who's counting? His last relationship ended when Candlia left him for a sentient cloud of ionized gas. Typical. Now, Millard's ready to try something new, something terrestrial. He's downloaded Earth's dating apps, though the algorithms keep matching him with satellite television providers. He's practiced his Earthling idioms. You had me at hell no, Netflix and Terraform, and even installed a gravity simulator in his hoverpod, just in case things get serious. Tonight he's cruising the outer rings of Earth's orbit, broadcasting his bio in every known language and a few unknown ones. Single Martian, 6 feet 2 inches in Earth gravity. Greenish, emotionally available, looking for someone who enjoys long walks on irradiated dunes, telepathic poetry, and doesn't mind a few extra ribs. Must love open spaces. He's got a bouquet of Venusian glowflowers, a playlist of Earth's greatest love ballads, plus one track by a whale, and a heart full of hope. Because somewhere out there, beneath the same stars, or at least the same general quadrant of the galaxy, Millard knows there's an Earth girl who's ready to beam up. In the pocket of his fashionable leather and suede jacket, Millard has a list of his 100 greatest pickup lines. Fully armed and ready, he is equipped to hit the dating hunting grounds. These are Millard the Martian's pickup lines for intergalactic romance. I've got 2 hearts, and both of them just skipped a beat. Are you made of dark matter? Because I can't see you, but I feel your pull. My translator's glitching. Did you just say you're into tall, dark-eyed beings with a warp drive? I must be orbiting a neutron star, because my heart's collapsing under your gravitational force. Want to come back to my starship and see my collection of Earth artifacts? I've got a mint condition 1980s pet rock. You must be a Class M planet, because I could see myself settling down on you. Care to join me for a drink? I've got a bottle of Saturnian moonshine and a zero-gravity futon. My species mates for life. Just saying. You had me at take me to your leader, but I'd rather take you to my escape pod. Is your name Andromeda? Because I've been lost in your galaxy since I saw you. Are you carbon-based? Because you complete my molecular structure. I've got clearance from the Galactic Council to pursue interspecies romance. Want to help me file the paperwork? You must be a quantum anomaly, because every time I look at you, probability collapses into love. I don't usually abduct Earthlings, but for you, I'd fill out the customs forms in triplicate. My species communicates through pheromones and interpretive dance. Want to see my mating shuffle? You're hotter than a Class X solar flare, and twice as scorching. I've got a cloaking device, but I'd rather be seen with you. I came for the crop circles, but I stayed for your curves. You must be from the future, because my heart's already traveling through time to meet you. I've scanned 12 dimensions and 47 timelines, and you're still my favorite outcome. Are you a wormhole? Because time stops when I'm near you. I don't need a tractor beam to be pulled into your orbit. You must be made of antimatter, because whenever we touch, the universe gets a little more explosive. I've studied 4,000 Earth languages, but I still can't find the words to describe your beauty. My cloaking device failed the moment I saw you. Now I'm completely exposed. You're the reason I filed for reassignment to this quadrant. I've got a moon with your name on it, literally. I just renamed it. Let's make like binary stars and orbit each other forever. I brought snacks from my homeworld. Ever tried freeze-dried nebula puffs? I'm not saying I'm telepathic, but I do know you're thinking about kissing me. You're the only Earthling who's ever made my antennae tingle. I've seen the rings of Saturn, the storms of Jupiter, and the auroras of Neptune, but nothing compares to your smile. Want to come back to my starship and help me decode some ancient Earth memes? I've got a universal translator, but your eyes speak a language I already understand. Are you a comet? Because you just lit up my whole orbit. I'd cross 1,000 light years just to hold your hand, assuming you have one. My species doesn't believe in love, until now. You're the reason I upgraded my emotional firmware. I've got a black hole where my heart used to be, until you filled it. You must be a rogue planet, because you're not bound by any rules, and I like that. I've got a spare seat in my hoverpod and a playlist of Earth's greatest love ballads. You make my neural clusters fire like a supernova. I've got a Martian mating ritual I'd love to demonstrate. Requires fog, feathers, and interpretive math. Are you a space anomaly? Because I can't explain how you make me feel. I've got a gravity simulator in my quarters. Care to test it with me? You must be a cosmic ray because you've altered my DNA. I've got a holographic fireplace and a bottle of Venusian wine. You're the only Earthling who's ever made me consider monogamy. I've got a nebula named after you. It's mostly pink and slightly unstable. You must be a temporal rift, because I keep losing time when I'm with you. I've got a Martian cactus that blooms once every 300 years. It bloomed when I saw you. You're the reason I recalibrated my pheromone emitters. I've got a love poem encoded in binary. Want me to recite it? You must be a Dyson sphere because you've got me completely surrounded. I've got a wormhole shortcut to your heart. You make my quantum particles dance. I've got a star chart that leads directly to your smile. You must be a gravitational lens because you bend all my attention toward you. I've got a Martian mixtape with your name on it. You're the reason I filed for emotional recalibration. I've got a zero-gravity hammock and 1,000 stories to tell. You must be a solar flare because you just disrupted my entire system. I've got a Martian passport and a dream of Earth love. You're the only anomaly I want to study up close. The stars are half as heavenly as you. You must be a space-time ripple because you've changed my trajectory. I've got a Martian love song that only plays when you're near. You're the reason I installed a romance subroutine. I've got a telescope pointed at your heart. You must be a cosmic coincidence, because this feels too perfect. I've got a Martian love crystal that glows when I'm near you. You're the only Earthling who's ever made me reboot my emotional core. I've got an escape pod and no destination, unless you're coming with me. You must be a space siren, because I'd crash my ship just to meet you. I've got a Martian lullaby that sounds better when you're listening. You're the reason I stopped scanning for other life forms. I've got a quantum entanglement with your smile. You must be a galactic treasure, because I've searched every quadrant for you. I've got a Martian distress beacon that only activates when you're not nearby. You're the only Earthling who's ever made me question my mission parameters. I've got a stardust trail that leads straight to you. You must be a planetary alignment, because everything feels right when you're here. I've got a Martian diary, and today's stardate entry is all about you. You're the reason I recalibrated my beauty thresholds. I've got a Martian love potion. Side effects include butterflies and mild telepathy. You must be a cosmic muse, because you've inspired my best transmission yet. I've got a Martian hammock and 1,000 sunsets to share. You're the only Earthling who's ever made me skip a solar cycle. You're like a solar eclipse because I'm blinded by your beauty. You must be a space anomaly, because I can't stop thinking about you. I've got a Martian telescope, but you're the only star I see. You're the reason I stopped orbiting aimlessly. I've got a Martian recipe for love. Want to help me stir the nebula? You must be a cosmic glitch because you've broken all my protocols. I've got a Martian mural with your silhouette etched in stardust. You're the only Earthling who's ever made me believe in destiny. I've got a Martian love letter encoded in gamma rays. You must be a space-time paradox because I feel like I've known you forever. I've got a Martian garden with blooms that are jealous of your smile. You're the reason I believe in interstellar soulmates. And that is the list. Millard the Martian releases ownership of these gems of galactic inducements and wishes gentlemen of every species a fruitful and glorious hunt. The end. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you.